Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Lights, camera, action. Good Burger is back on the menu, and we are live at the sequel. It starts filming today in North Providence. And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Taralyn Azak. It's Thursday, May 18th, 2023. Happy Friday, Junior. It's a bit chilly out there, and, you know, in odes to Taylor Swift, back to December for me. I was freezing this morning. Let's check in with ABC 6 meteorologist Skylar Spindler. She's here with your first forecast.
Yeah, you know, that cold air finally set in, but once we get past today, we're going to be pretty much back to our normal temperatures for this time of year. We do have the rain moving through on Saturday, so just be aware if you have any Saturday evening plans, hint, hint. But Friday and Sunday looking pretty nice, so if you do have those plans, Friday and Sunday are going to be our picks. So 24-hour temperature change, quite a bit of a difference. Some people around the area saw about a 30-degree temperature change from this time yesterday morning. So depending on when the front moved through, those temperatures did change a little bit. So we can just see how much of a change it was. But right now, Providence is sitting at 35 degrees. Winds are much lighter than we saw yesterday out of the west-northwest, about 3 miles an hour. And look at those temperatures around the area this morning. It's 29 degrees in Taunton. It is now 32 in New Bedford. So we are starting to warm up now that the sun is up. But as we start to move through the day, we'll get, sort of warm, not too bad. So it'll be in the upper 50s today. All right, so hopefully you covered your plants last night or brought them indoors. Here's a quick look at what happened. So at 32 degrees, that's the freeze line that will damage most plants. Hard freezes at 28, and we saw a few places hit 28 degrees this morning. So hopefully you guys brought your plants in, or you at least covered them in the overnight to protect the flowers. All right, so for today, we've got this cold start, but we're going to be sunny today. So we do warm up a bit. We'll be in those mid to upper 50s around the area. A few of us are going to be in the 60s. We'll keep the winds out of the north about 5 to 15 miles an hour, but I'm going to have more details on your forecast coming up in a moment.
Skylar, thank you. I need to shake off those Taylor Swift temps. Yeah, and if you don't like Taylor Swift, I'm sorry. You only have one more day of this, and if you like Taylor Swift, I really, truly hope you're enjoying this. All right, 6:03, our top story this hour. The mayor of Cranston now joining the growing calls for Republican City Councilor Matt Riley to step down after he was arrested on a drug possession charge. This morning, we're getting a first-hand look of the moments before the councilman was arrested. ABC 6 news reporter Alyssa Azara has the details.
Councilman Matt Riley is facing a drug possession charge after he was found asleep in his car on Pontiac Avenue with a
$1,000 in cash and more than 300 THC cartridges. Rue is being held without bail. Let's get you a look outside at 6:06 with our ABC 6 Skycam. It's a nice shot out there, but a little deceiving because it is very chilly. Please grab your jacket today as you head out the door. Here's Skylar Spindler with your forecast.
Yeah, it is a little chilly. It is very deceiving outside. It looks like it should be a nice warm day, and no, it is not. We're waking up with these chilly temperatures. Right now it's 33 degrees in Westerly, but the winds are calm, so that's some good news as we're getting started this morning. And we look at those temperatures around the area. It's 33 in Smithfield, 43 in Boston this morning. That's because Boston had a little bit of cloud coverage that kept them warmer in the overnight, but we didn't. We ended up having some clear skies, so that kept us pretty chilly in the overnight. 32 in New Bedford now, so we can kind of see those 30s. Some of us starting to warm up now. Now, by the time we get into, say, about the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to see those 50-degree temperatures around the area, so that's kind of some good news. By the time we get into the afternoon, most of us will be in the upper 50s today. Now, the lucky ones, you'll be in those 60s, low 60s around the area. So looking at Smithfield, maybe 61 degrees, Norwood 64. But again, most of us in the 50s today as we head into the afternoon. And then the evening hours, not too bad. So cold start this morning, mostly sunny skies for us, and we're going to see those upper 50s around the area. And the winds are much lighter today out of the north at about 5 to 15 miles an hour. I'm going to have your 7-day forecast, the rain chances coming up, your Taylor cast, everything coming up here in just a moment.
Let's get you a look outside on the roads with our ABC 6 Skycam at 6:08. Things are moving along out there. As you can see, happy Thursday to you. Let's take a look at some travel times. If you're traveling 95 northbound Attleboro to Canton, it's about 19 minutes right now. And happening now at 6:08. Good Burger is back on the menu. The sequel to the 1997 hit movie begins filming in Rhode Island today. Filmmakers turning an old Friendly's into a burger joint for the movie. And that's where we find Good Morning Providence reporter Yanni Treget. Phone to pay, no cash will be taken, and it's all on a first come, first served basis. And people have been out there since 5 a.m. lining up for this gear.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist, Skylar Spindler.
I hope they grabbed their jackets heading out there. It's chilly. We had that cold front that moved through. That cold air is finally settling into the place. And you can see here on the water vapor, look at the front line that moved through. So it's very distinct on this map, but kind of cool to look at. But like I said, that air moved in. A little bit of cloud coverage over the Boston area. That kept Boston a little bit warmer in the overnight. But for temperature changes here, some of us, we saw 20, 30 degree temperature changes in the last 24 hours. So a bit of a change around the area. And here's a look at those temperatures this morning. So like I said, Boston stayed a little bit warmer in the overnight, 43 degrees, but all of us, we were much cooler in the overnight. So 29 in Taunton right now, 32 degrees in New Bedford. New Bedford was at 28 degrees at 5 a.m. this morning, starting to warm up. So we're seeing these temperatures slowly creep up. We're going to see those temperatures get up into those upper 50s today. A few of us are going to hit the 60-degree mark. A couple of lucky people will see that today. We'll have some sunshine outside, but that cold start, and then we do kind of warm up, keeping those winds out of the north about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So if you are headed out tomorrow, whether it's to the concert or just out to do something tomorrow night, Friday night's looking pretty good. So not so bad. Clouds start to move in the overnight and into Saturday. The bad news is for our Saturday afternoon. That's when the rain starts to move into the area. So whatever your plans may be on Saturday, whether it's going out to Gillette Stadium to the concert, or if you just have some evening Saturday night plans, grab the umbrella, be prepared, because we're going to have rain moving in, and most of it's going to start to get heavier in the evening hour. So we'll have moments where it's lighter, then we'll have some heavier moments, and then as we get past, say, 10 o'clock, that's where it really starts to pick up a little more, and we'll pick up more rain totals in the overnight hours. But the good news, this thing quickly moves through the area. So by the time we get into Sunday, this thing has already passed on out of the area, and we're going to have a nice Sunday. So how much rain are we looking out of this? Most of us are probably going to see about a half an inch total. Now there's going to be some areas that'll see a little bit more. So depending on where you're at, but most of us half an inch, but we definitely need it because we've only seen about a half inch total of rain for the entire month of May. So if we can pick up about an inch of rain out of this, then we're doing pretty good as we start to head into the last week of May. So again, if you're heading out to the Eras Tour, here's what we're looking at. Friday and Sunday, looking good. So 60 degrees if you're getting out there at 6:30 p.m. On Saturday, grab the rain gear because again, it's going to be intermittent through the day, and then by the time we get into the evening, it really does start to pick up. So it'll probably be a little misty and drizzly early on, and then the rain showers will start to pick up. But we're looking at 61 degrees at 6:30, and then by Sunday a little bit warmer, gorgeous, and it'll be 66 degrees when you're heading out to the stadium. All right, so as we move into the rest of this forecast, Sunday we are clearing up, so that's the good news. We're warming up that day. Monday, as you get started, 68 degrees. So we're going to be in those average temperatures, say Monday and Tuesday. And then for you, Tara Lynn, here's something for you to look forward to. 75 for Wednesday. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this stays like that.
I can't wait.
And maybe we'll stay on that 70 degree stretch.
Fingers crossed. We deserve it.
Yes,
Okay,
I think so.
I'm going to keep saying it. We deserve nice temperature, nice sun, nice weather.
I think so, because when we're looking at the way the weather patterns are working out right now,
Yep.
as we start to get into the middle of next week and in towards the weekend,
Yeah.
we're looking at warmer temperatures because we have some of that warm air that's sitting out
Perfect.
west. That's going to be moving into our area, but I still like the upper 60s, so
I don't know why, but I'll let you have
It's
that moment for you.
nice.
You deserve that.
I know there's a lot of people that agree with me on that.
And there's a lot of people in New England that agree with me on 70s and 80s.
Fine, we'll take whatever.
That's going to be our duel today. 60s versus 70s, Miami versus Celtics.
Right, yes.
You got your
Yes.
win. I got my loss. Tough.
Sorry, it's tough. It's a tough one
day
today.
over here.
It's a tough Thursday, guys.
It's a tough Thursday. And for Swifties this weekend, I mean, Friday won't be as bad, but Saturday, that's the rain rain that's going to come in for their concert.
That's the day I wanted to go to the concert.
I know.
So, yeah, Saturday is the rain.
So I was doing my research because, you got me on Taylor now. And back in 2011, it actually rained at Gillette when she was singing Fearless. And people are saying that's one of their best memories of Taylor, that Taylor in the rain is something that you need to see. So it could maybe work in Swifties' favors.
Maybe it'll work out.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
All
Grab
right,
your
thank
jacket.
you, Skylar. Absolutely, thank you. All right, 6:20. Now to a focus on your health. A new report finds depression is more widespread than just Skylar Spindler with your forecast on the 6th.
If you're headed out the door, 42 degrees by the time you get to the bus stop, so it's warming up a bit. And then we're looking at those upper 50s when you're heading home this afternoon. But as we get through the morning times, you can see we're only going to be struggling to get to those 50-degree temperatures at 10 a.m. And then by the time we get into the mid-afternoon, we're going to see some of us are going to hit 60 degrees today. So a few lucky people will see those low 60s, even some mid 60s. Norwood looking at 65 today. But again, most of us staying in those low to mid or upper 50s for today. So keep that sunshine around. Cold start this morning, slow warm up just because that cold air is setting in place. And as we move into the weekend, Friday looking really good. So if you have some Friday night plans, seems pretty nice. But Saturday, unfortunately, we have that rain moving in, which actually we need the rain, but it just it falls on the weekend. So moving into Sunday, 73 degrees, clearing up, and going to be a much nicer day in store.
It's 6:27, still to come on Good Morning Providence. The Massachusetts man charged with leaking a trove of military secrets is set to appear in court tomorrow. New details released saying the military warned the guardsman twice before. And let's get out there Friday Eve, or as producer Tim likes to call it, Friday Junior, just anything to get us to Friday. Here's ABC 6 meteorologist Skylar Spindler. She has your first forecast. Skylar, a bit chilly out there today. Gotta have that jacket.
Grab the cardigan. All right, listen, it is chilly outside. That cold air just kind of settled into the area, but we will be back to our normal temperatures for this time of year as we start to get into tomorrow. So something to look forward to. We do have that rain on Saturday, unfortunately, but here's the outlook. Friday and Sunday looking pretty nice. So not so bad. So it doesn't completely ruin your weekend, but 24 hours, we've had some interesting large temperature changes. So look at some of these temperature changes. Smithfield saw a 30-degree temperature change 24 hours from prior. So yeah, around the area, a lot of us a bit of a rude awakening as you're getting up this morning, seeing those chilly temperatures. So yeah, definitely grab the jacket. It's 35 in Providence. Winds are out of the west-northwest at about 3 miles an hour, so much lighter winds. Even earlier this morning, if you didn't catch us in the 5 o'clock hour, New Bedford was sitting at 28 degrees, so we're finally warming up a couple of degrees, and you can see around the area, just a lot of us sitting in those 30 degrees. It's still 29 degrees in Taunton right now and 33 in Westerly. So look, did you bring your plants in last night? I really hope you at least covered them and brought them in, because frost occurs at 33 to 37 degrees, and that'll damage your flowers and leaves. The freeze happens at 32 degrees. But places like New Bedford, you saw a hard freeze because you were down at 28 degrees this morning. So I really hope everyone protected the plants. So as you head through the day today, a bit of a cold start, but we are going to be sunny. See those upper 50s around the area. A few of us will hit those 60s, and then we'll keep those winds out of the north. They'll be much lighter today out of the north, 5 to 15 miles an hour. I'll have more details in your forecast in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. And if you didn't listen to Skylar yesterday, your plants are in trouble, trouble, trouble. Taylor Swift reference. All right, 6:32. We have new details now on that Massachusetts Air National Guardsman at the center of the Pentagon records leak. In new court filings, federal prosecutors allege Jack Teixeira ignored several orders from his superiors to stop his searches into classified intelligence that was unrelated to his work. Now, those warnings came months before his arrest for posting a trove of Pentagon documents right online. ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington.
This morning, stunning new information about the Air National Guardsman.
To be office space for lease to mental health or other providers is expected to be done by early 2025. And let's take a look outside with our ABC 6 sky cam at 6:36. That is truly a beautiful shot right there. However, like we were saying in the 5 o'clock hour, a little bit deceiving. Grab your cardigan, grab your jacket. It's chilly today. Here's meteorologist Skylar Spindler with your forecast on the 6th.
People are going to be so tired of our Taylor references by
They
the
have
end
one
of the
more
week.
day of it. We're almost there.
We're having fun with this because this is one of the few times we get to have some play on
Yeah.
words here, right? So, no, absolutely gorgeous outside, but it is cold. It is in the 30s right now, westerly 33 degrees, and the winds are calm. So at least we have that going for us right now. But here's a look at those temperatures around the area. It's 29 degrees in Taunton right now. So New Bedford was at 28 at 5 a.m. this morning. Now New Bedford's sitting at 32 degrees. But yeah, you can see around the area, most of us sitting in those 30s. A couple of us hitting 40 degrees. Boston, 43 degrees. And that's just because last night, some of you guys caught some cloud coverage and that kept you warmer. But the rest of us, we were chilly. So moving into the morning hours, it's a slow warm up today. So we'll be around 50 degrees by 10. But by the time we get into the afternoon, you can kind of see here, a few of us hit 60 degrees, so not too bad, but a lot of us will stay in those upper 50s around the area. So what we can expect, slow go, cold start this morning, so make sure you just grab the jacket. You probably need it even throughout the day just because it is a bit chilly and crisp outside. It'll be mostly sunny throughout the day, and the winds will stay out of the north about 5 to 15 miles an hour. I'm going to have your 7-day forecast, your Taylor cast, and the rain that's moving in. I'll have all the details coming up here in just a moment.
Let's get a look back outside with our ABC 6 Skycam. You're taking a look at Washington Bridge right now, and things are moving along out there. Let's take a look at some travel times for you. If you're traveling 95 northbound, Attleboro to Canton, you're fine that way. It's about 25 minutes. And at 6:38 happening now, the sequel to the 1997 hit movie It Begins, filming in Rhode Island today. Filmmakers turning an old Friendly's into a burger joint for the movie. And that
ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
Well, that cold front finally made it through, and it finally settled that cold air in place, and we really are feeling it this morning. But looking at the water vapor, you can see that front that moved through. So it's very defined here on the map, so just kind of a fun thing to look at. But satellite and radar over the overnight hours, a little bit of cloud coverage over Boston and around the Cape area, and that kept you a little bit warmer than the rest of us. So most of us got pretty chilly in the overnight. You can see some of these temperature differences. So that 24-hour temperature change, we were looking at some 20, 30 degree temperatures over the last 24 hours. So a bit of a rude awakening getting up this morning as you maybe stepped outside and it feels brutally cold compared to what we've had in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks. So Taunton right now 29 degrees. New Bedford was at 28 degrees when you woke up at 5 a.m. Now it's 32, but you can kind of see some of these 30s around the area and along the coastline, some of us in the 40s. But a typical average last frost for most of us is about May 1st and May 10th. Well, we're about a week later after that. So, yeah, so this should be our last one. So we should be good after this. But today we'll have that cold start. It'll be mostly sunny today, so that's the good news. But most of us will see those upper 50s for the high today, and a few of us are going to get into those low 60s. We'll keep those winds out of the north about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So for tomorrow, if you're heading out, Friday looking good. So nice Friday night plans, you're good to go. But Saturday, we do have the rain that's going to start to move into the area. So it's going to be lighter as we get into the first part of the day. And then by the time we start to head into the evening hours, that's where it starts to change a bit. So you'll see some intermittent showers here and there. So again, it's going to get a little patchy when we get into, say, the 6 o'clock hour. It's really going to come in mostly after the 10 o'clock hours where we're going to pick up most of our accumulations out of the system. But good news, this thing moves through very quickly. So this will be moving off by Sunday. So we'll clear up nicely on Sunday. So what we're expecting out of this, about a ½ inch total of rain. Some of us could see a little bit more, so expect roughly a ½ inch total of rain. All right, if you're heading out to Gillette Stadium, Friday night at 6:30, it is going to be 60 degrees. So Friday night and Sunday night look like really great nights. However, Saturday night, bring the rain gear. It'll be 61 when you head out there, but it will be intermittent rain and it'll start to pick up after 10. And then by Sunday, again, 66 degrees, absolutely gorgeous for our Sunday stadium concert with Taylor. But here's a look at the 7-day forecast. So Sunday, not bad. So like I said, we clear up after that rain moves through. And then by Monday and Tuesday, we're back to those average temperatures for this time of year. And then by Wednesday, we're back into the 70s. And at that point, we should start to see those mid 70s stick around with us because we have that warm air moving in. And you know, I want to throw something else out there. You know, Taylor makes a lot of references about weather.
Maybe she wanted to be a meteorologist back in the day. You never know.
She's just clever with the words.
Yeah, very clever. Lavender Haze, December. I don't know. You know more songs than me.
Tons. Yeah, there's tons.
All right, Skylar, thank you. At 6:49, here we go again. For the third time over the past 4 years, the Celtics and the Heat meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. In this playoff, P1 and P2 will be open for parking. You need to use a card or use your phone to pay. No cash will be taken, and it's all on a first-come, first-served basis. Let's get one last look at that forecast. Here's Skylar.
If you're headed out the door, it's going to be 42 degrees as you get to the bus stop, 59 when you're headed home. So upper 50s today. So as we're moving through the morning, we'll get to those 50s around 10 a.m. And then it's just a slow go to warm up. Some of us will hit 60 degrees for our highs today, but most of us are going to stay in those mid to upper 50s. And then we get cooler in the overnight, but not as cold as what we saw last night. So a cold start today, mostly sunny skies, and we'll keep those upper 50s around for our highs today, moving into our 7-day. Friday looking good, not so bad, but the rain moves in on Saturday. Expect that rain to pick up as we head into the evening hours, and then by Sunday that moves out very quickly, clears up for a nice Sunday evening if you're headed out to the concert.
Skylar, thank you. That's going to do it for us for now. Good Morning America. It's coming up next. Be sure to join us for ABC6 News at noon. And for the latest news, traffic, and weather anytime, abc6.com is always on. I know it's chilly outside, but try to find something that makes you smile today. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.